Welcome to grade 11 geography. In this video, we want to look at a question paper. On question 2 on that question paper, and this question is on multiple choice question, and it's on geomorphology. So we're just going to go through the multiple choice questions that we have here. Uh, our question reads on 2.1, various options are provided as possible answers to the following questions. Choose the answer and write only the letter A to D next to the question numbers. We've got 2.1.1 to 2.1.7 in the answer book. For example, you are given an example of how you are supposed to present your work in the answer book. So we go to the first question, that is 2.1.1, and it reads Table Mountain is an example of, but we know that a Table Mountain is a flat-topped mountain. Usually, it is presented as a flat-topped mountain. So according to the responses that we have, A, we have got canyon, B, we have got Hogsback, C, we have got Bat, and then D, we have got Mesa. So I would say that according to the responses that we have, the most appropriate, the correct answer that we have there is the D, that is the Mesa. So you would see that the Mesa, this is a flat-topped mountain or a hill, and would also see that it can be explained as a wide, flat, elevated landform with steep sides. So these mesas are formed by erosion when water washes smaller and softer types of rock away from the top of a hill. So at the end of the day, you would see that the strong, durable rock that remains on top of the mesa also can be referred to as a cap rock. So this is what we have in terms of a mesa. So you'd see that Mesa is the best fit that we have there in relation to a Table Mountain. So if you go to the second part, which is 2.1.2, it says dash are the largest of all intrusive forms. A, we have got Lapolis, and then B, we have got Batholis, and C, we have got Lacolis, and D, we have got Domes. So according to the responses that we are having there, you would see that Batholis is the most appropriate or correct answer that we have there on 2.1.2. So if you look at Batholis, I would see that this is a large mass of intrusive igneous rock, which is called plutonic rock. And at the end of the day, also, you would see that it is formed beneath the Earth's surface by the intrusion and solidification of magma. So this is the most appropriate that we have there. Then we go to the next one, 2.1.3. It reads a dash is a horizontal intrusion of igneous rock that forms a sheet. So A, we've got sill, B, pipe, C, volcano, D, we've got dike. So according to the responses that we are given again, we see that A is the correct answer, which is sill. And the explanation of a sill is that it is a tabular sheet intrusion that is intruded between all the layers of sedimentary rock or beds of volcanic lava. So at the end of the day, you would see that it is a concordant intrusive sheet, meaning that it does not cut across for pre-existing rock beds. So this is what we have in terms of the explanation of a sill. So having that, we can move on to the next question. You'd see that the next question that we have is now 2.1.4. And on 2.1.4, it reads, the asymmetrical ridge with a steep, deep slope of more than 45 degrees is a dash. A, you have got canyon, B, you have got Hogsback, C, you have got Bat, and D, you have got Mesa. So you would see that the correct answer that we have there is the B, which is the Hogsback. So Hogsback again, we can explain it from the dimension of geology and geomorphology, whereby we're saying a Hogsback is a long narrow ridge or a series of hills with a narrow crest and steep slopes of nearly equal inclination on both flanks. So this is the explanation that we have for a Hogsback. Then we can move on to the next one, and the next question that we have is 2.1.5. And on 2.1.5, it reads a dash is a vertical intrusion of igneous rock. That is 2.1.5. And A, we've got dike, B, we've got pipe, C, we've got volcano, D, we've got Sill. So the correct answer that we have there, you'd see that we have a dike. So obviously, we would want to know the explanation regarding a dike. So a dike, in a way, this is when later molten lava pushes up between all the rock layers, producing later vertical rock between all the layers of rock. So this is the explanation that we have in terms of a dike. So obviously, now we can try to see what we have in terms of 2.1.6. On 2.1.6, it reads that the extensive flat surface of a Karoo landscape is called A. A, you have got nick point, B, you have got pediment, and C, you have got pediplain, and D, you have got peneplain. So according to the responses that we have again, I would say that pediplain is the correct answer that we have there. So obviously, the explanation of pediplain would assist us to relate to the question that we are given. So pediplain is a relatively flat rock surface formed by joining several pediments. Pediments, I would say that they are generally found in arid and semi-arid areas. So at the end of the day, you would see that it may be said that pediplain may be the last stage of landform evolution and the final stage of erosion process. So this is the explanation that we have in terms of a pediplain. So obviously, now, this is these are the answers that we have in terms of our multiple choice questions, and obviously we have now the last question that we have there. So the last question is saying dash forms when rivers incise into joints in rocks. So this is what we have. It would see that A is canyons, B domes, C mountains, D hills. So according to the responses that we have. So you'd see that the answer that we have on 2.1.7 is canyon, which is A. And the explanation that is there in terms of canyon, I would say that these canyons, most of them were formed by a process of long-term erosion from a plateau or a tableland, from a tableland level. The cliff formed because harder rock strata that are resistant to erosion and weathering remain exposed usually on the valley walls. So this is what we have in terms of a canyon. So on 2.1.6, remember, 2.1.6, we are saying the answer that we have is a pediplain. So we have got C is the appropriate answer that we have. So this is what we have, guys, according to the multiple choice question on the question on this question paper. So let's stay tuned for more videos to come. We are still coming up with more videos so that we prepare for exams. Those who haven't subscribed, please subscribe and share. We are still coming with more videos. As for this video, I'm out to meet again.